That's my fault.
Um, really good to see all of you. You know, y'all just surprised me a little bit. You know, this is a safe space. I'm for everybody to be themselves.
I tweeted,
I saw
welcome,
you tweeted.
girls,
They
friends,
just
and boys.
they
You can
said,
identify with any of the three. That's fine.
you know, you started just throwing words around. They said me. Okay.
Yes.
But guys, it's been a very, very
You know what?
long.
Yeah, almost went to watch Five Stars and remembered it's Dynamite Diaries time. Some things take priority.
I or maybe you could just do both. If you have two screens. Um,
If you have two screens, it should be lyric full screen on one and full screen on the other.
real. You know what? Bring real narcissism back. I like that.
Yeah, why not?
I was gonna say it's been a very interesting week in the world of pro wrestling. So much has happened. I feel like these last couple weeks, like since, and honestly, it's been ever since Hogan died, right?
Hogan
Like
died. Yep.
bus, club, plane, another club,
Another club.
another
Another
club,
club.
no sleep. That's literally it's been nonstop. I would like to first say I hope that Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar are having a terrible day. Actually, the entire everybody that enabled that, um, you know, at SummerSlam,
Including some of your faves.
yeah, y'all got to hold that. I hope y'all are having a terrible, terrible time. But I think this is a really, really good time to have a talk about personal accountability. Um, I think that we can all agree that wrestling is not the a shining example of what ethics and morals should look like, you know, across the board, just about everybody, from the fans all the way up to the talent, the administration of it all. I think we can be honest about that, right? um, and there are definitely bones to pick with just about every wrestling company in existence, even the women's ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like, women are also capable of being tools of misogyny. Um, However, there gets to a point to when
What
we
y'all got going on is
we are comparing apples to cantaloupes.
you know, how can I say this? Hmm. It does turn into, like you said, it does turn into this, like, I don't want to say blame game, but okay, this person did this. Does that justify what this person did? And I didn't hear you speak up about this one thing, but all of a sudden you have all this smoke for whatever. And it, like you said, it kind of gets into that. Um, is this corporation good? Is this trash can my friend? You know, so we could do this all day as far as trying to pick and choose who, you know, is a problem, who's not a problem. The reality of this situation is the severity of what this person allegedly participated in
You
is
want to know what though?
so, huh?
You want to know what though? Before we even get there, I felt like we were already at that point because of the White House visit. That truly, like, that was where my brain broke last week.
Because everybody flipping over backwards talking about, did TKO send him there too?
Like, guys, they had the. I think it was so crazy because I didn't see it until after everybody. So it was Friday night. I had finally turned on the CMLL show, right? And so I see people circulating this video. I looked at that White House video. I said, do they have his entrance music? I said, is this a performance?
And you know what else? Right? Like I'm actually, I hate when people say this, but like actually take politics aside. Do you think Paul Levesque is the best representative of health? You that's because that's what you're saying that he's there for. He is there to serve on a health commission. This guy, with all that we know about him, this is an odd choice to me. And then they get up there and
This
that
boy
motherfucker
got a
starts talking about
pacemaker.
like. Maybe you can be an advocate for.
Mm-mm. 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 Nope. Mm-mm. Nope. Nope. Nope.
My
Nope.
point being,
Yeah.
my point being, right? Odd choice, odd thing to align yourself with. Then they get up there and they start talking. This motherfucker start talking about, oh, Triple H is gonna help with the college football or CTE. What the hell is Polar Bear doing in Arlington, Texas? What the fuck are we fucking doing? Oh my god. And y'all love to play this game. Y'all love to play this game of, oh, okay, me WWE's have to how many times do they have to, when someone shows you who they are, believe them? How many times do they have to
True.
tell you this is who we are? This is what we believe. This is what we want to align ourselves with right now. And they kept reminding you during SummerSlam to anybody that was watching, not me. They
I'm
kept reminding you during SummerSlam that this was something that they participated in, make America healthy again. They're directly trying to involve themselves with politics. So you don't get to sit around now and say, oh well, it's actually not supposed to be political, and just because Linda McMahon literally works for the administration does not represent it. Oh well, he actually didn't want to be there. He's dapping up the president, but he didn't want to be there to TK us to him. Let me say you right now, he's not gonna fuck you. He's not gonna pick you. He's not gonna choose you. He's not gonna love you.
right. Jesus Christ.
So me personally, this is a word to the wise. Me personally, I would let it go. He's never going to see you. And honestly, I would parallel this with the same situation, with the same mentality for the Brock Lesnar shit. He is never going to see you up in arms defending him. He's never going to know who you are. You are not important. You're not. So you sit up here and you argue with people full volume, calling everybody everything but a child of God. Every slur you can think about, this, that, and a fucking third. For what? For a guy that don't know you? For a guy that don't want you? For a guy who's about to charge you $1,200 a year to watch his product?
That's crazy. That's a whole nother conversation.
What
We'll
the
get,
hell?
we'll get, we'll get to it. We'll get to it, bro.
So you know what? I'm going to chill off that. You know what? I am going to let Lyric talk in a second, but I'm going to get all my shit off so she can get her shit off so we can move on. My other thing, this Lesnar situation. You know what? I'll actually only speak to two things. One, y'all don't care about women.
no,
You don't.
no.
You fucking don't. And here's the thing, right? Like again, combining that with what we just learned, or what they keep reminding you, this is who they are. This is who they want to be. And matter of fact, just because they've decided that it doesn't matter. That's what it is. It's this person has not been cleared of wrongdoing. That may being cleared of wrongdoing by the WWE legal team is not the same as being cleared of wrongdoing by the federal courts. That's not the same thing. All they're telling you is that we are going to allow you to fulfill your contract obligations. That's what that means. So, y'all getting up in arms talking about, oh, well, actually, this is true. Blatant misinformation all across the internet. But my point, because we will move on. The way that some of y'all are fixing your mouths, or fixing your dirty, grimy thumbs to type tweets and talk about women on that fucking app is insane. It's truly insane. I said absolutely nobody's name. And I got everybody named Mama threatening me, saying they gonna do this to me, acting like they gonna jump me. Here I am unjumped. But I just want to throw that out there. Um, but the audacity is actually a little bit ridiculous. And when women are trying to tell you that something is fucked up, it is men forgiving other men. It is men defending this fucking guy. You don't even fucking know. And yet you've decided that for some reason women are the enemy. So I just want to say, people talk about me sometimes, which is fine. I love being a topic of conversation. People talk about me sometimes in the way that I talk about men. I say what I say because y'all act like this. And I am going to change tones a little bit now, and I'm going to issue a PSA. There is nary a one of you on this bitch ass internet that scares me to any capacity. All right. A lot of these girls, and I understandably so, a lot of these girls are, choosing to take the high road, are choosing to not engage with people, to not give people the satisfaction of their arguments. I've said it before on the show. I like it. I love it. You won't meet a meaner girl than me when necessary. God don't make them. This was the prototype.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm telling you
Oh my
point blank. I'm telling you point blank. Please, please try me. See what fucking happens. I love when grown men, twice my age on the internet, fix their mouth like they gonna say something to me, like they gonna do something, and realize that actually no, a 23-year-old girl can be so much meaner th- than any man, than any baldy you find in any random ass basement. I will scar you emotionally for life and then bake cupcakes. Get the fuck off my timeline. Get the hell off my fucking mentions. Or matter of fact, never mind. that was, but my point being, guys, I just want to make sure when we engage in conversations about women, right, that we're doing so in a respectful capacity. Because otherwise,
I don't even know how to
that's
follow.
all.
I don't know how to follow that. Yeah. Um, wow. Well, you really said everything that truly needed to be said. No, but seriously, I think that I even had to like take myself out of it for a while because I realized like I've built a callus to a lot of the stuff that happens to me now. Like as far as like the things people say on the internet, like I've gotten better at blocking people, muting people, or a
I
lot of
love a
stuff.
good block.
I don't see stuff until people like send it to me. Or yeah, and I've just gotten much better at dealing with it, right? But I also have to acknowledge that there are so many other women who aren't, and like they didn't sign up for this. Like we're not famous or anything, but to a certain extent, like we signed up to be like semi-public figures like in the wrestling space. Like we do a we like we podcast, we write, like we signed up to interact with the general public. Everybody else did not. And like I think like just seeing people get ripped apart for just sharing how crazy this is, because it is insane. Like it is insane. And I think even too, you got the indies were trying to like book known like abusers like the same weekend of just it's all too much. Like it's just really all too much, and you're just trying to exist. Like you're just
That's
trying.
really what it is. People get so fucking mad. These men get so fucking mad. All women are trying to do, period, is to exist without being harassed. It could not happen at this woman's, allegedly, could not happen at this woman's place of work. And now any woman that has any sort of opinion on the situation is in the same situation, cannot exist without being harassed. Are you fucking stupid? Do you realize how dumb that makes you look? Do you realize how much you're proving our point? Do
And
you
then also
understand
too,
that?
it's just like we know for experience, women can't even exist in wrestling spaces without being approached, harassed, talked to, go in public without people hounding you. It doesn't matter if you don't look at them at all. It doesn't matter if you don't talk to them at all. Like all of us understand, because wrestling is full of weirdos. It is. I think that's another reason why so many of us can sympathize like with a lot of the stories that come out is because we see it up close. We see it on the internet. We see all of this. Every single week there's a weirdo of some kind being unveiled, whether it's a fan on the internet, whether it's an actual wrestler, whether it's somebody behind the scenes, it doesn't matter. Like, I hate when people act like there's no reason has been given to make you feel like this. Every reason. In fact, we should be
Every
madder.
reason.
We should be
If
madder.
if any of you random ass weirdos, like I said, I don't have a lot of Twitter followers. We don't have a lot of subscribers. But if any of you weirdos were to go and see my DMs or go and see my mentions, not anymore because I love blocking people, but like you wouldn't know what to do with yourself. And it's literally just like women having the same opinions that other people are having, women having the same, you can do the exact same thing, but since you're a fucking girl, and it's like I am not going to apologize for being myself. I'm not going to apologize for thinking what I think. I will be damned if I ever let any of you whack ass, weird ass losers influence the way that I want to carry myself or the way that I want to present myself. All right. So let I'm gonna wrap this up. There is nothing that you can say that will hurt my feelings. You're not very creative and you're not very bright. Things that I know about myself and things that I know about Lyric. We know that we're pretty. Anything that you say to the contrary actually doesn't matter because I know what the truth is. I know that I'm funny. Anything that you say to the contrary, in one ear out the other. Your opinion to me is none of my business. I know that I'm smart. Ain't got shit to prove to some random ass weirdo with a sixth grade reading level.
Speaking of women
Um,
being smart, everybody say congratulations because she got into grad school. Yay, she's been
oh my god.
promoted. Ah, one of my elite employees. She's been promoted. She's going to grad school. Okay, continue.
Maybe.
You know that you're
No,
smart.
no, no, that's fine. We can move on. But yeah, thanks guys. I don't know if I'm gonna go because it's really expensive. The school that I got into and like to go to is very expensive. Um, which is all the more reason for a Rob list. Um, it's about to be real tuck y'all chain around here. I promise you that.
Hold your hand
Um,
tight.
and do not come after your house after dark. Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys. Everyone's so nice. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I wanted to also say really quickly, pivoting away from that a little bit, but still kind of on that topic. When it comes to other wrestling, yes, other things are problematic sometimes. That's the rule of the game. That's how it's always been. But as a wrestling fan, you have to take accountability for what you choose to support and consume. And this is not, even though
And give
this,
your money to.
I was about to say yes. And even though this is an AEW show, this is not a come over to AEW, everything's fine. In fact, respectfully, this is going to sound super selfish. The worst thing that could happen to me right now is a bunch of WWE fans coming over to the AEW fandom. I feel like we all just got back on one accord. Things are kind of tenuously okay now. We're doing
Oh
decent,
my
you know.
god.
We're back on track. The last time that we had like a whole bunch of guests, it didn't really go well. And so this is by no means a PSA saying everybody coming over to AEW, the water's found. It's actually a terrible product. Don't watch it.
Don't watch it. Boo. But you know what? You know what? You know what I want to add though? People act like we are so here. Going back to like the initial thing, like every company has flaws. No corporation is your friend. Um, every company has people that work there that arguably should not work there. Um, we're not sitting here putting AEW on a pedestal. What I am saying is what that company is choosing to align itself with very publicly and clearly draws a line for me. And I would imagine, or I would hope, draws a line for a lot of people. AEW is perfect by no accounts. And I just want to say, as AEW enjoyers, nobody is meaner to AEW than we are.
Nobody.
We talk
None of us. We
crazy.
talk crazy about that place. We talk
We
crazy
talk.
like we not going. Like we not watching. We not gonna watch again. It's
we
really
we used to sit up here literally every week and be like, "This fucking show, man! I fucking hate this company. Everybody's so
bro.
stupid. What the hell they think they doing? They think they better
I
than me?
will
They
say
think
we got treated so good and all in to where I feel like my contract has been renewed for at least another year. But
I got me."
renewal will come up next year. What you got for me? I will.
Hey, speaking of somebody, now we're kind of talking about somebody. So I keep tweeting that Collision is on a different day than it is because it's very funny to me, and it genuinely confuses some people. And I'm like, I should not be your source of information, but it genuinely confuses some people, and I just can't stop doing it. It's so fucking funny to me. Um, and also because they keep changing the fucking names. It's like, oh, it'll be on Thursday, it'll be on Saturday. Makes me laugh, and that's all I'm here to do. Somebody was like, oh, what if she's done this a couple times now. I think she made an agreement with AEW that they'll let her interview the talent if she promotes the product, but they didn't put it in writing that she had to promote it for the right day. And I was like, that is the most Danielle thing ever. It's not true. In no way, shape, or form have I reached any agreement with All Elite Wrestling. I just unblocked the CEO. Um, we're never gonna be on great terms. Okay. Um, yeah, that just made me laugh so hard because it's like, oh, she clearly got paid to promote this.
Like guys, we actually hound AEW so bad. Sometimes people have to ask, "Are we okay?" Literally,
Stop.
literally. Sometimes people are like, "Are you good?"
Like,
Um,
can you please let off then? Can
so
you please?
so this is by no means me trying to like
This is not
persuade.
a pitch. This
This
is
is
not a
not
pitch.
a pitch. However, there's so much wrestling out there, guys. Like there's so much wrestling, so much really great wrestling, and also I'm gonna be honest, hold your heads while I say this. When y'all tweet things like, "Oh, somebody should start a women's wrestling promotion," knowing that there's so many women's wrestling promotions, and then go on to just live tweet Raw the next day, stop talking. Just stop talking. But if you're genuinely interested, I think like there are so many cool things happening right now in the wrestling space, so many cool content creators doing different things, acknowledging other forms of wrestling in a really cool way. And all you have to do is just really open your eyes. Everything is more accessible than it's
Or
ever
the
been,
Google app.
especially with them ESPN prices. I'm gonna hold your hands while I say this. Everything is cheap.
What the hell they think they do? You know what?
CMLL might be $35 a month, but you're going to get at least 4 shows a week. A
Yes,
week.
yes. And I'm not trying to knock CMLL's bag. I'm not giving them people $35 a month.
I am. They
Now,
got me.
now look, I love CMLL. I'm really trying to get into it and be like more well rounded, and I'm not giving them bitches $35 a month. If and then people were being like, oh, but you pay $50 for an AEW pay per view. Who said that?
That's true too. But
Who
I
said
I I
that?
I don't pay $50. I do pay for them. I just don't pay $50. However, I will say y'all might not like it, y'all complain. But Tony Khan really does give you your money's worth with AEW pay per view. You're gonna be there for 5 hours. You're gonna be there
But
for
if you
5
laid
hours,
it out.
and this is gonna be about 12, 13 matches on the card. But it's going to be those shows are stacked from top to bottom, and you'll get at least maybe 1 to 2 decent 0 hour matches on top of that.
And you
That
know the difference?
they charging you $40 a month for 5 match cards with 70% ads in between.
5 matches, 6 Pizza Hut commercial breaks, and 20 minutes for Cody Rhodes to come out there and dance. But my my bigger issue is that people are like, oh, oh, but AEW pay-per-views, you can say a lot about AEW. You can say, oh, they don't have solid storytelling, which I disagree with. But
Yeah,
it doesn't matter. AEW pay-per-views, you will get the matches that you paid to see. That much I can promise you.
correct.
Okay? So even if it don't really make sense how we got there, you gonna see a great match. And isn't
Absolutely.
that what you want on a pay-per-view? Put the microphone down. Put the microphone down, ring the bell. That's just my personal preference. And again, AEW is not the only company that you can watch great wrestling. Baby, we are G1 climaxing. Okay? We are up. We are up most nights climaxing on that G1. You
Do you see?
best believe. Hiroshi.
Do y'all see how cute this is? I got this for all in weekend on for $10.
Really? Very nice.
$10. It's so cute. Also at Windy City Riot this year, the fan club gift, there's actually a retirement journey journal with a calendar inside. It's a countdown. Um,
Aww.
it's so cute. Like, guys, I'm on the team, bro. Like, literally, I hope that if you need a chief marketing officer for the rest of like this retirement tour, I'll do it for free. Like, I would do that. Like, I would 100% do that. Just pay for my flight to the Tokyo Dome.
Yeah. You gotta get something. Come on.
Yeah, I mean, I leave with something. But no, seriously, there's so much out there. Stardom is happening right now.
It's 5-star season.
Mari Gold is doing a tournament. Wave is doing a tournament. TJPW is doing a tournament. Noah's tournament is about to start. There's so much.
Some of those are better than others, but you can pick.
Yes, there's really. I will be honest. Outside of the G1, because I kind of have to cover it right now. Everybody else, I'm just cherry picking through their stuff of like, oh, what was the best match from here? What was the best match from this? What was the best? Because I will say everybody has something to offer. Like even Mari Gold, they hit or miss sometimes, but they got Mayu now, and so that puts a lot in that easily like just ups the value of any tournament. Mayu Iwatani just ups the value. You got beef with the Icon?
And I don't have beef with Mayu. I got beef with Marigold.
Oh well, yes, but I don't really watch Mara go full through. I can't.
But yeah, and that's the thing too. You don't have to watch all of it.
Yeah,
But I would prompt folks. I know anybody watching the Dynamite diaries, for the most part, probably not watching SmackDown. But if you are, I would prompt folks to. I mean, you can find one person that you want to see outside of, you know, WWE. And then that kind of expands your, the only reason I started watching anything other than WWE was, any guesses?
Kenny
Kenny Omega.
Omega.
And now
I
here we are.
would say start with a Wrestle Universe account. Just get a Wrestle Universe account. Wrestle
Yeah,
Universe is the biggest steal in professional wrestling. For what? $8 to $9. You get DDT, TJPW, Noah, Marigold, Sendai Girls, Marvelous. Wait, am I missing something? But that's already Michinoku Pro is on there. What else? 01 is on there.
Now, if the wrestler that you choose to really get into is Kota Ibushi, ignore that.
I actually don't ignore that. There's a lot of archival DDT footage of Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega on Wrestle Universe.
Barely, because there used to be. When's the last time you looked?
Oh, it's been a while.
There used to be.
Well, get a YouTube Premium account. YouTube
or guys, you don't have to spend any money. Actually,
we did. Let's not. We those tricks of the trade can be negotiated.
Oh, I'm not gonna name them. That's what's been blowing me. I'm not gonna name them. What been blowing me is that this whole week everybody be like, "Oh, use this site, use this site." Are you stupid? Stop telling people. Stop telling niggas. I like tweeted that I wanted to be like a more well-rounded wrestling fan and I wanted to watch, different matches and shit. And I'm going under there, everybody linking all of the sites.
You know what? I will say, people are like, oh yeah, you really want. Sometimes people are like, you want clout in the IWC, and you want. No,
Which
you know what? I
none
want
of
you to
those
know.
words are in the Bible.
Just listen, 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 listen. The most popular I ever wanted to get is I just wanted to become one of those people. And I'm be honest, I saw Abu do this a couple times, and so I said I wanted to do it too. He said, I want to find this match from this time at this date from this promotion. And somebody just immediately just either DMs you or just replies the link. You don't even got to look.
Yeah,
I said, I
that's
need
a
that
great
I
feeling.
need that type of motion to where I'm like, I want to see the Noah N1 final from 2021. This right now, and somebody DM me a leak immediately. And so I feel like I'm kind of there now to where I'll be like, oh,
She's
where is
so
this?
famous.
Say, oh, where's this show? Where's the Sorryism show? Oh, where's the Marvelous show from last night? I
Yeah,
got you,
Chloe,
big
you
bro.
can find everything for free if you try hard enough.
I got you, big bro. That aspire to that type of motion, real hardcore wrestling fan motion.
No, my goal is simple.
We know the goal.
I want a personalized to Danielle Kenny Omega autograph. And then I'm quitting. I'll probably sell the account, honestly. Somebody got to pay for grad school. Anyway, you know what I'm going to start doing? Lying. Well, I kind of already do that. I'm going to start.
What is
I'm
happening?
I don't know. I'm gonna start telling people, and like maybe I'll tweet that I'm the first ever recipient of the All Elite Scholarship Fund. And that's telling,
Bro, people
and
will believe you.
I
Everybody will
know,
believe you.
I know they will, and then it'll like look really bad. They don't give me any money. So that's what I'll do, right? Like I'm like, and maybe you could just call it manifesting, but like I'll put all the right stuff in there. I'll
It's
do like a
this stuff out too. You kind of back them in a corner because your brother's named Black Girl Wrestling, and so
yep.
if they don't give it to you, it's kind of going to start the race war.
Said, wow, I yes. So I literally have thought about that, and I'm gonna be like sponsored by I Drink. You know,
I think that's a really good idea. I think we should get into that. I have plans that I cannot share with you right now because the haters
because
have
the
tried
haters will sabotage me.
me. But I've actually thought of things along those lines. Walk with me later. Anyway,
Whoa.
let's actually get into Dynamite. That's kind of important. I am completely frazzled at this point. What do we start with today?
I missed the
Oh,
beginning.
yes, we had Mox versus Speedball. Listen,
Speedball my goats.
Speedball. I'm glad that shout out to AEW PR. Woo, y'all packed that story up so quick. Y'all packed that story up so quick. Wow. Y'all
this needs to be addressed today.
As somebody like who, has done PR work in like my real life, I'm truly in awe. Well played, my brothers. Oh my gosh.
And don't say nothing else about it. Leave it there. That video was funny.
I would also like to say, whether they cleared it up or not, speed by the ball, nobody could ever make me hate you. I'll tell you that.
Never. Baby, we had picked a side. I'm telling you point blank. I knew where my loyalties lie.
Yeah.
And it was long before you were all elite. Okay. I've been with you, and they were never gonna make me hate you. And then that bell ring, and I say, yep, that one's mine. One of my clients.
We'll never play about you. We'll never play about you, Speedball. I hope. Hey, listen, I will say, I hope Speedball felt really loved after that, because the type of people they said, all right, I don't even get into all this, but what was said? They said, Speedball. Speedball. And then some
I
people,
could see if it was a real nigga. Like,
like some people typically be like, "Oh, that's so parasocial. We don't know these people." But they're like, "No, you don't get it. Like I do. I know him.
I
Like
do. Like that's Speedball. Like that's my.
you don't get it. Like I really do know them. I really well, real bad. So really be cool. But John Moxley, thank you for redeeming me. You have been on pure demon time these last couple weeks. Your matches have been incredible. You're so locked in. I'm so fucked up about you, big bro. I wore my Def Jitsu shirt out the house again today. We're so back. Um, yeah, this fantastic opener for Dynamite.
This was great. And when Speedball had Mox tied up on the rail outside, and then rearranged his guts, that was my favorite part. And I've seen so many different angles of that. Um, yeah. And you know what? I see so many visions. First and foremost, baby, that Continental Classic,
Eyes haven't seen it.
Speedball,
And
Bandito, strap them boots up, bitch. Speedball, I don't know what to tell you about your feet. Like, how do you get feet ready?
get in that nail salon. I don't know what to tell you. Get in that
Yeah,
pedicure.
yeah.
We just get them do them toe exercises. Listen, like they do, like the ballet dancers do. Like you
Yep,
do,
yep,
you.
yep.
I have plans that I cannot share with you right now because the haters will try to sabotage me. But just know that
Think big.
think big. Also, Darby Allen is actually committing murder every week.
Yeah, no, that one was crazy.
He did the same. Where is he getting these cloths and these smelling? So I don't know what it is. Chloroform? Is
He
that what
chloroformed that nigga.
it's
Guys,
chloroform?
fuck.
Oh, I love this show. I really do. Um. Anyway, really good. Next, we had that segment with Tony Storm and Alex Windsor. Bro, Tony be turning these girls out. What a woman!
And
What
there's nothing you can even say. There's nothing you
it
can even
just
say.
be dancing and tango in a way. Absolutely incredible. Alex Windsor, you are now one of my elite of elite employees.
You were on my client list already, but guess what? Guess what? And you know what? Let me say this too, right? The result of that four-way, was I disappointed? Yes. Was I surprised? No. Do I think that the biggest difference maker in this particular decision is that Alex Windsor is British in a show in London? Yeah, probably. I don't think that's crazy. You know,
Yeah.
she's relatively new. She's relatively over, and she's British. We're in a four-way. That's not crazy.
Mhm.
What we're not going to do, and my again, my plans for Queen Aminata, she getting right behind me because I got a rocket. She gonna strap to her back, and we going all the way, baby. But what we're not gonna do is I tweeted like, what else does Aminata have to do? And some people are like, oh, Mary Osprey, whatever. This ain't got shit to do with him.
No,
Respectfully,
none of it.
this is about Alex Windsor. She has done a great job since she has arrived in AEW. She has not had a bad match. She has not had a any she's not slipped up in any way, shape, or form. She has been very, very good since she got here. And I believe she has all of the potential in the world to continue to have these great matches, continue to hold titles and to hold belts. We're not gonna do that. We're
That's
not gonna fucking do that. And that also goes into the way that people talk about women. Just because one person has an accomplishment and they're have some sort of relationship with another person does not mean that you
hasn't
can put those two things together. That's misogynistic.
hasn't she been wrestling longer than him?
I think so.
I think she's been wrestling longer than him.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing too. He not here. Do you see Osprey? Do you see Osprey? This ain't about you. This ain't
And
about
also,
you.
too, I will be honest, outside of like Queen Aminata in that match, if you said like, okay, who has performed the best this year out of all of these people in a ring, Alex Windsor like clears. And even her and Aminata, they're on like the same level for me, as at least as far as like wrestling ability. So I just don't like it. It didn't feel like
It
unearned.
was not crazy.
You
It
know,
was
it
not
wasn't
crazy
crazy at
at
all.
all.
Like, it wasn't like a stretch or anything. It felt very well deserved. And also, too, the second, all the other people in the match are, it's not like, oh my gosh, they got buried. We saw all of these other people. We know that they have stories, they have things continuing. Like, and that's typically something that I really do dislike about the AEW women's division, but at least coming out tonight, like they found continuity for just about everybody that we saw on screen today. So yeah, shout out to Alex Windsor.
Shout out Big Wendy.
But
Get behind me.
then afterwards, then we put the real big mamas in play. The big mama. All I heard was big mama, big mama.
Big Mama.
I said, yo, this
A mother off.
when Mercedes came out there with her curly bust down and
First
her
of all, talk about a wig. Talk about a wig.
oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
with her skirts made of her belts and had to take them off before she could even address
One
yo.
by one.
And then she proceeds to have this moment, with Alex Windsor. But then she has this moment with Tony. And then off the top rope with the O-face, Athena. And then Athena and Mercedes, they look at each other, real bitch to real bitch communication.
Oh
And
God.
then I said, oh my God, y'all, we have unlocked a dream scenario that we never even thought of. What if they teamed up? And then we get tweets, they're doing TikToks in the back. I said,
I
oh, I have plans.
I said, and y'all tried to jump me. I said when Athena lost to Mercedes in the Owen, I said I need Athena to take that belt off Tony and for Mercedes to challenge again. But now this time she's got the insecurity of she's got all these other belts, but she couldn't win the big one. She couldn't win the big one. Athena could do that. So we reversed the roles, and you've got Big CEO wondering if she's really got it. She's got all of this gold to hide behind, but do she really got it? I still believe. I still believe this is where we can go, folks. Do I think it's happening? No. Do I think it would be fun? Absolutely. All I know is that Athena, come collect your women's world title. What I will say, Tony Storm, Tim's across the board. And that pop for you
Perfect.
tonight, I heard it, I felt it. I heard it, I felt it. However, I don't know what to tell you. It is American Joshi hours.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think it just was a testament to where you have now not just two, but it feels like the division now has three megastars in Tony, Athena, and Mercedes. And what you could do with those people is the possibilities are endless. But I do believe that that is contingent on Athena does need to win that belt. And also, too, at this point with Tony, she has nothing left to prove with this reign. Like her fourth world title reign, as much as like I didn't see the vision at first, it's been her best by a landslide. What she's done with this reign is absolutely incredible, from the way that she won the belt all the way, like everything has really hit on all cylinders. But we need to cement Athena as this AEW, top player. And I think she's knocked everything out of the park. Everybody looks better when they're wrestling people on their level in this company. Like I will say, when people are doing things on their level, everybody looks better. Even at the bottom of the card. Like I think you having Anna Jay and Ty Mello feuding with Sky Blue and Julia Hart, that's good. I think that should
They're
be
equals.
equals. But big mamas need to be talking to big mamas.
Those are not their peers.
Exactly. And if we can keep parity of just, okay, stars hooping with stars, G League hooping with G League, I think we're going to be all right. I think we're going to be all right. I'm really excited. I'm excited to see who the CMLL and Stardom representatives are for this 4-way. It's a lot of interesting things happening right now because you have the 5-star Grand Prix going on. And Hazuki actually has a match that night. And Sendai Girl. So I don't think it's going to be her. Unfortunately, I would have loved to see her and Mercedes wrestle again. But yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. I think we can go ahead and skip to like the women's segment later of Queen Aminata and Willow talking to each other. And Chris Statlander comes out of nowhere. She's lost it. She has lost her mind over Willow Nightingale, and I understand.
I didn't like this. I know that's contrary to popular belief. I didn't like it. I understand where you're coming from. I love Chris Statlander down. She's not an actress. She's not an actress, and that's okay. She's incredible in the ring. What I fear is that, and I hope that this is not true. I hope that we're not supposed to be satisfied with the trios bout on Collision instead of a blood and guts. That's not an option.
Well, I don't think that we're supposed to, because like several people are left out of it. Like,
yeah,
we're supposed to,
I don't know. I have the feeling that AEW is going to back out of women's blood and guts. I have a feeling, and I don't have anything to prove that. I'm just talking, but this is what everybody wants. I think that they're going to, and what they've been alluding to, I have a feeling they're gonna shy away from it.
Here's the thing. I feel kind of like the opposite. I kind of feel like they're giving blood and guts because they're not willing to commit to the tag belts yet. And so, like, the thing is, doing blood and guts, the women have already proven like they can survive in like that street fight capacity.
Oh, yeah.
And so, like, I think they probably feel like blood and guts is a safer bet than the tag belts right now. And I mean, hey, it's just one night. Tag belts forever. So
allegedly,
we'll see though. I listen. I wouldn't be shocked. I will say, going to bat for an American wrestling company about women's wrestling that's a fool's move. But I digress. Next, we had who's after? Who's after that?
No idea.
Oh, we just
was it the tag?
I think so. Organization is not our strong suit. I said organization is not our strong suit.
No, we never said it was. We can just talk about the tag and we'll come back if we need to.
Oh yeah,
it was.
Mm-hmm.
Matthew and Nicholas, or excuse me, that's actually not your names. Max and Jeremy.
Max and Jeremy Butt from Generation Me.
Generation Me. Welcome back. We weren't sure what happened to you. Let me say this. Best in the fucking world, even though we don't know who you are. even though you ran out of money during your entrance, so they couldn't lift the thing all the way up. That had me. I thought that whole thing was very funny and very well executed.
They've done such a good job with
I
it.
loved when the music changed. I love the whole thing. It's incredibly funny to me. I liked that Justin Roberts read their thing verbatim, including the commas. A nice touch. And you know what? I can sit up here and will sit up here and glaze the Young Bucks a million times over. Best in the world. I don't know. I don't argue with your mamas. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. This
And
job
they
is
put
pretty
them
good.
shoulders to the mat.
Huh?
And they put them shoulders to the mat.
And they put their shoulders to the mat because, baby, I was not trying to see FTR Bucks again.
You know,
But Bandito. Bro Dito, yes, together. Yes, together. But Bandito. I'm running out of words to talk about you, boy. I really don't know. It seemed like every time you look up, Bandito got something else in the chamber. He just won't stop. Oh my God, get off their necks, Bandito. This is crazy.
you too tough, big bro.
You swag too tough. Your bitch too bad. They gonna kill you.
They do.
This match was incredible. It was exactly what I love in wrestling and what I love in tag team wrestling specifically. And Brody King even tweeted afterwards, that was a love letter to PWG. If I could watch Pro Wrestling Guerrilla all day, every day, that's what I would do. If PWG, if you copied and pasted like 2016 Battle of Los Angeles and put that on TV, I would never leave my fucking house. I would watch that so much more than any other wrestling product ever. So whenever matches give PWG vibes, they're for me. They're for me. You guys actually can leave.
I think that's been like the Bucks' entire mood like this year. Like that's been like their entire it's since they came back, like that's been their vibe in the ring of going full PWG, and like especially with these all-star tags and like these, mixing it up with new tag teams. Like this run that they're on, like you are never going to convince me that they're not the greatest to ever do this shit, bro. Like you just never going to convince me from the character bits all the way down to the actual wrestling. They are them. Your faves are your faves. You're allowed to like them, and that's completely okay. But
that doesn't make them the best.
When we having real GOAT conversations, be for real. When I hear the tag teams that y'all be putting in GOAT conversations, I have to laugh. I genuinely have to giggle. There are very few who can ever say that they have such an amazing body of work across multiple promotions. They've conquered several regions of wrestling. And even more on top of that, they invented and innovated styles of wrestling that people have continued to bite and modify and evolve over the years. Like true visionaries. Like there's a lot of people who can do really cool moves, and I think that's the thing that I keep saying about American wrestling is not tag team wrestling. Period is not prepared for a post Young Bucks future. We got a lot of good teams who can execute. We have a lot of good teams that can have really, cool matches and pockets. But as far as innovation, as far as like doing new things and inventing new moves and inventing like new styles that people that are going to carry down new ways of thinking, like that's just the wrestling stuff. Even when we get into how wrestlers brand themselves, the t-shirt game, all those things, like the Bucks innovators, the vlogs. Everybody has a vlog now. Speedball's vlog pops. Queen Aminata's blogs pops. Everybody has these amazing vlogs now. That's how they build this. Where do you think everybody gets that from? The Bucks. They understand wrestling on a molecular level.
And they continue to reinvent themselves. And they continue to put their shoulders to the mat when they need to.
They have an eye for talent. The boys saw Hangman Page with a trucker cap And Trunks has said, I think you could be a
You're coming
star.
with me, white boy.
He literally said, you could come hang with us.
Oh God,
Brother.
you were right. I want to put a pause in this. This match was incredible. I will watch this match a million times over. Bandito and Brody King I have so much chemistry, which we've already seen, but I'm so serious. I forgot their name. What is their name? Her Syndicate. Those tag belts on my desk by the end of the week. Please and thank you. And you know what else? You know what else? I am not going to allow whatever FTR got going on to get in the way of this train that I got going for Brodito. FTR, I know you don't want to. I know you hate looking at the lights, brother, and I'm sure we'll get creative in some other way that you don't have to do this clean. But baby, it cannot be you. It cannot be you. Bandito, Brody King, here are your 10s. Please take them. Enjoy them. I will have some more for you the next time that you wrestle. This brings me to our weekly pause to say this match was incredible. This show was really good. Kenny Omega.
It always come down to you.
I love you. I miss you. I was watching this match and I was like, wow, AEW's kind of firing on all cylinders. I would like to see some movement in the trios, but that's its own thing. But there's really only one thing missing. So you know what? Baby, we love you. We're here for you. And we're going to wait on you, GOAT. However long it takes.
However long it takes.
Here. We were saying this every single week when he was sick. There was a Kenny Omega segment. For over a year. You think I'm not patient? I'm loyal.
We also want to give a brief shout out to Konosuke Takeshita busting asses in that G1 climax.
Hey, he putting belt to ass on these niggas.
He really
good soup. I don't know what to tell y'all. I tried to warn you, motherfuckers. I told them they wasn't ready. Yeah.
You know, hey.
Takeshita. And you know what? We had this conversation last week about Wrestler of the Year. Bandito, Takeshita. I think I'm kind of torn. I think actually you're just gonna have to fight it out again. I think we're gonna have to that's the only solution.
I will say it really depends too of just like what the end of the year looks like. Cause like
agreed.
Honestly, Hangman has gotten into conversations. If he wrestles as frequently as
I'm gonna disagree with you there.
Like if Hangman wrestles frequently, literally for the rest of the year, he has a real good chance. If Ospreay comes back at Forbidden Door and just starts killing everybody, he has an amazing chance.
If Ospreay comes back at Forbidden Door, they done injected him with some spider mutant DNA.
They put in him whatever they putting in Tanahashi knees during this.
Yeah, and they doubled it. This nigga broke his neck. I'll see you in 6 weeks. I hope
you say, yeah, bro. My see something. See something.
Wishing you all the best.
And who else? Also, yeah, I don't know. If Kenny comes back and like wrestles for like the rest of the year, like here's the thing: quantity, yeah, some other people are gonna have his number, but quality-wise, if he continues to perform at the level even that we already saw this year, I think you do have to. He's a legitimate contender. Like if we,
what'd you say?
Kenny, I'm saying like his top 5 is better than most people's top 5 this year. Like, and that's just not up for debate.
Kenny Omega could go out there and tap dance. and it
I
would
mean,
be better
yes,
than
but no,
90.
but I'm saying like
No,
even
I'm
if
agreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you.
yeah,
I'm
but
just
even
saying
if we
I
are being
can't be objective about him. So whenever people put him in best in conversations, I'm like, yeah, that's exactly where he belongs. I can't do it.
Here's the thing. I just feel like even if we are being objective, even like from a quality
He has
perspective,
been incredible.
like and if he like is crazy enough, and honestly, I hope he's not, but if he is crazy enough to do that Continental Classic, tuck your chains. Tuck him.
Here's the thing.
Tuck him.
I think he is. I think he's crazy enough, and that's not a compliment or an insult. It's just an observation.
It's just
think
a fact.
Given everything that I know about you, again, parasocially, I think that go be an SC2. I think Kenny Omega is going to leave no stone unturned in AEW. I think he's going to do everything in AEW before the end of the day.
Yeah. It's gonna be so fun. Everybody really stepped up. Like I will say, everybody's having a really good year. Speaking of good years, people who are having really good years, Okada and Swerve. I have really high expectations for this match. Like the first time that they wrestled in AEW, they was just bullshitting. They were. I'll be honest. I think they could be honest about that too. They was just playing.
Playing
But
that people win.
Y'all for real. And Cash Money Kazu, you've already really like switched that flip in your mind. Like I can already tell. And you know what I think is
wins?
I was thinking about this. What I think is so interesting is when Hangman and Swerve started feuding, outside of some of us, because I know what you're gonna say, but Swerve was by far the more intriguing one when they first started feuding. Like he was like I don't want to say like the cool factor, but definitely it was kind of like if they're tied, one is 1A and one is 1B, and I feel like Swerve was 1A for a while. But over the past few months, probably since Revolution, that pendulum has swung in the other direction, where it feels like Hangman is the guy, and Swerve is kind of like in the backseat. And so it's really interesting now, like Hangman is world champion, how Swerve is going to like fit in the rest of the company, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense how I was saying.
I think it makes sense.
And so it's going to be interesting, like this unified championship match. Like,
yeah, who wins?
You know, and also too, I think that Swerve could benefit. Part of me is like he could benefit from a strategic losing streak, right? But where would it go? I don't think a losing streak really helps him as a baby face. If he's turning back heel, cool. I don't know.
I think Okada has to win.
Same, because I think like the thing is you're going to do the Kenny match again, and it probably needs to be for that belt. Kenny needs to win that from Okada, so Okada needs to stay.
Yeah, I think Okada has to win. It's your first defense of this,
brand new belt.
Second
world title,
3-belt little thing they got going on.
They literally have the Rainmaker on the side of the belt.
Yeah, that was expensive. That's gonna be a lot of money to change out
up close. Oh my god, it's gorgeous.
It looks really nice.
No, it is one of the most beautiful wrestling belts I've ever seen in my entire life. And I saw the World Championship up close, and that's beautiful. But like that, you could tell like the Unified Championship definitely has kind of like that. It was influenced heavily by the IWGP heavyweight title.
Yes.
Yeah.
Speaking of belts, Protostar. You have T-minus 7 motherfucking days to make that belt proto pink before we have a problem.
Oh,
You know good and damn well that belt is meant to be hot pink with a pastel little lining. That is ridiculous. We have no reason to keep that belt the same. Everybody gets a custom fucking belt. Everybody gets a custom fucking
that's the
TNT
cool
title.
thing about the TNT title.
Everybody gets a different one. If that shit's not pink, we're going to have a pink problem. We're going to have a problem.
Well, maybe he's gonna wait till Collision to unveil it, like on TNT. I think like he should probably save it for TNT.
I don't care. I'm just saying you have a week. The clock has started.
Shout out to Kyle Fletcher though. As somebody who has always believed in you, do want to emphasize I have always believed. It's so funny. So like, well, I posted it now, but at that All In media junket, I recorded an interview with Kyle Fletcher, and I was thinking about releasing it like the next day, but once they announced that like the Adam Cole match got canceled, I was just like, maybe this isn't going, maybe this won't end up being timely. So I was able to still use the footage. I was like, okay, maybe let me use it for this match with Dustin Rhodes because he's likely going to win here. It was just so interesting to like, I've been following Kyle Fletcher for so long to the point to where when I saw him at the New Japan Strong Capital Collision a few years ago, that was the one when he busted his balls on a moonsault on the barricade. It was Aussie Open versus Tanahashi and Okada versus Motor City Machine Guns.
RIP.
Like, bro,
I watched his match with guess who? Ospreay. In Rev Pro in like 2020. And it's just so funny because they are sitting there talking about how much he's grown. And, you know, and in that video, they're like, how much he's grown and how he's unrecognizable. Go look at the Kyle Fletcher of 2020 compared to the Kyle Fletcher of 2025. That is somebody that always had the potential and now is, you know, seeing the fruits of his own labor. And you can do nothing but clap. You can do nothing but clap.
Also,
unless that belt isn't pink, in which case I will start booing you.
Also, Kyle, Don Callis, what a freak. That portrait
naked in that paint tank.
That portrait, whoa,
that was so uncouth.
Oh wow, you get
Pro Tussie out for the world to see.
There was hot sauce, barbecue sauce on my titties, and I was just whoa, you know,
a bit forward if you ask me.
Jeez, guys, but no, shout out to Kyle Fletcher. We're all so proud of you. Also, Don Callis, why are you carrying around Okada's belts and there's no Okada there? Oh, also, shout out to Okada for just saying, I show up when I feel like it. I don't feel like getting on that plane this week.
I'm trying to get like you, big
y'all. Let me know.
Trying to get like
y'all can actually keep the belts too, because I don't feel like going through TSA with them.
I know that's right.
He said, "I'll see you when I get back."
# check a bag.
Guys, Jalen, that just reminded me, guys. We took an AO3 test this week, and the results were hilarious. Yeah, they were really hilarious. I'm not going to
I thought that all of our results would be like on similar levels. They were not.
But the thing is, I didn't understand what the scale was. So I was like, oh, I can't even talk about mine. Like I was
what
like,
was your score?
It was like 47.
That's not bad at all.
I know, but the thing is, I didn't know how it was scored. I thought
it's like the rice purity test. It's like,
well, I don't know.
The lower the score, the more you've done.
I thought it was like the higher. I was like, oh, I'm wild.
My score was like a 12.
I'm wild.
But my score was like a 12. And I was like, you know what? Okay, yours was a 65. Okay, fine, whatever. I will just say, hey, look, we all use the internet differently. Sometimes, look, I'm not a god, all right? I've read what I've read. I read what I read.
Hey, my search history is between me and God, and that's
I will. That is the one thing. Like, if something happened to me, God forbid, That's the one thing that can never get out. It will completely change the way that everybody views me that knows me in my personal life. That cannot ever get revealed. I have 500 tabs open on regular Safari, 500 tabs open on private. You know, whatever. I'm not ashamed of myself.
I clean most of my tabs up on like regular Safari. Private, Wild Wild West.
We all have our things.
We all have our things. Anyway, I digress. What else happened? I think that was it. Except
right?
for the main event, we had Mark Briscoe versus MJF. After there was the Hurt Syndicate segment with MJF. I'm gonna be honest, guys.
Skip.
I don't understand. Like, you're not gonna convince me like this turn hasn't been.
No, it doesn't make any fucking sense. And I refuse to be silenced. I refuse to be silenced.
I'm not gonna say that I care enough to really complain about it, because we've said it on this show numerous times. What has MJF actually gained from being in the Hurt Syndicate? He's had to do everything himself anyway.
Yeah. They were like, it's always about you. No, it actually wasn't. He was
He's had to literally do everything himself. The mystical match at CMLL, the casino gauntlet match. Like,
but also, wasn't the goal to win more titles and to make more money? And that's what he's doing. Why now, of all times, he's in this really big movie. He just won this CMLL belt. Like, he has the casino gauntlet. Like, what? Y'all know good and well none of this shit made no sense, and nobody's gonna sit up here and try to tell me that, oh, this is the plan all along, and oh, this is whatever. I don't know anything about anything that might or might not be happening backstage. What I can say is this does feel rushed, and it doesn't make any sense, and you're not going to insult my intelligence by acting like it does.
Yeah, like, and I think it's also too it's completely, the reason why it sticks out so much is the complete opposite of everything we've been conditioned to believe about MJF as a character. Of just like, he typically is all about finding help, and
he wasn't this time.
Like, literally,
they kicked his ass out for no reason,
and he had to it's like they just figured out he was white. Like, they just figured out he was white, and now they telling him. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't agree with that, y'all. Like, y'all should have never let him in. You knew he didn't.
You knew he was white the whole time.
Don't go back on.
He had a bad tan, but that doesn't change anything. You can always tell.
Even he said, "Yeah." They said, "Don't win, because then Bobby Lashley coming for you." And then, honestly, all I could say was,
"Don't care."
Page mad at him.
I don't care about that at all. I don't care about that at all. And if that was the point of doing this whole thing, which obviously it seems like it was, if that was the point of doing all of that, it was stupid and you wasted my time. Because I don't care
at all.
Don't care. New York Spider-Man.
If you watch CMLL last week, obviously MJF is the new CMLL World Light Heavyweight Champion. Listen, as somebody who never knew where he was going to fit in like this Forbidden Door stuff, like, I knew it wasn't going to probably work out with New Japan, but CMLL is the sweet spot. Like, he gets the exact reactions out of the crowd. They're clearly into it. They're clearly ready for him to come back. I think that they're going to do the Mystico match at the anniversary show. CMLL is a hit, and also they already got his first defense set up, which is against somebody I'm super high on, Zendokin Jr., who I really want to wrestle Hangman Page.
Oh, I was like, you want to wrestle him?
No,
I was like, that's a new development.
I want him to wrestle Hangman.
Guys, Lyric's going to wrestling school.
I was about to really dox myself.
Lyric's going to wrestling school, and she's actually she's calling out Samoa Joe.
You want me dead.
No,
You want me
we
dead.
talked about this, right? Like that's what you wanted.
You're sick.
Didn't you call him a bitch or something? I don't know.
Anyway.
Oh, I was gonna add something, but I can't remember. We're talking about MJF. Yeah, see, I'm not the only one that heard that. Lyric said that, you know.
Anyway, y'all get on my nerves. The match was really good. Mark Briscoe's amazing. I didn't like the finish though. I'll be honest. I didn't really like this finish.
I don't. I think it was, to me, like, I don't know what I expected out of the finish, because you had to get out of this somehow, because you kind of backed yourself into a corner by putting all of this on MJF. Like, he can't really lose right now, you know, because that doesn't make any sense. He's gonna be Hangman's next, you know, world title bout. You don't really want him to beat Mark Briscoe clean, because, I mean, he just got kicked out of the Hurt Syndicate. He's supposed to show some weakness, but at the same time, Mark Briscoe cannot just keep losing.
Especially after you.
I think they backed themselves into a corner trying to get here, and so the finish did not surprise me. It was, however, stupid as fuck. And it was just like, that one was a little bit silly. That one was a little outlandish, you know? Like, what do you,
like, why is your head completely turned?
Why did you turn your head? That doesn't make any sense. And I know wrestling, part of the fun, and what you have to do to really enjoy it, is to suspend disbelief. That one's a little bit like, it's your job to look. Why would you not look? And nothing was distracting you. There was no outside. You just weren't fucking looking. Hello? I thought that was dumb.
And then Hangman showed up.
He looks so good.
He always does. That world champion glow hit different, man.
You know,
that's a beautiful belt. I can't believe y'all had that in a briefcase.
I was just thinking about that. A briefcase for so fucking long. That John is Moxley, such a nice belt.
John Moxley, I want you to know this. You're one of my favorite wrestlers. Actually, my third favorite wrestler of all time, male wrestler. You are insane.
No,
and I want you to know that this could have gone so bad. This whole Death Rider stuff, if it didn't end well, people was going to talk so crazy about you.
It was going hard.
Like, it was going to be so bad. And I know that this probably, the way that it ended probably was not the original plan. But by the grace of God, when I say y'all turned it around to where it's now going to be looked at as one of your greatest achievements if you only even look at those two matches we got at All In and last week. Don't know how you did it, but wow.
Now,
don't do it again.
Don't do it again.
Don't do it again.
And Darby, you're going to have to handle that. There should be no more Death Riders after Forbidden Door.
After All Out.
When's All Out?
2 weeks after Forbidden Door.
Fine. Fine.
After All Out.
I'm telling you, if we start the month of October with Death Rider, then we're going to have to circle back on this conversation.
Actually, I'm going to be honest. After Wrestle Dream, they're probably going to do it from 1 year to 1 year. So
that doesn't work for me, brother. That doesn't work for me, brother. Because we were already drawing this out. We was already drawing this out to get to y'all.
What if they bring Brian back?
Then I have nothing to say. Shut my happy ass up.
I ain't gonna lie, Bryan Danielson is so funny to me because he know good and well he was not supposed to be doing all that stuff at All In. He want to get back in that ring so bad. I said, I see you so much. You come out at the shows, you peek by, you do a Busaiku knee when in street clothes. I said, you know you're not supposed to be doing
that. You missed it.
He want to come back so bad. That's how I know, man, he really does love his kids. He really do love his
Come
kids.
home. We need you more than your kids do.
Like I swear, man. Especially once them kids back in school, they
Kids
gonna
are
be
resilient.
they're gonna be
That's
so
what nannies are for.
they're gonna be so good. But yeah, guys, that brings us to the end of the show. I really like Dynamite tonight. I think for me, the standouts were probably Brodito versus Young Bucks. I think that's one of the best tag matches of the year, period. I really like Speedball versus Mox. The women's match was great, but I think the women, period, were such a highlight of the tonight's show. Of people felt like stars, like legitimate stars. And I think, like, hey, you got a lot of people back in full form, but we got to get some of the actual, we got to get some non AEW stuff on this Forbidden Door card. Like,
this is the encouraged window. This is all of these people work here.
Mercedes is carrying the forbidden door on her back.
Like,
Mercedes is the only person.
That is it.
She's carrying it.
And you know
guess what, guys?
A little bit like
people that used to be signed to New Japan and Stardom don't count if they work for AEW now.
That's different. Okada's not a Forbidden Door match.
No.
He works here. He's just Japanese. And
I don't care.
That doesn't
These
so
people don't count.
I like I just don't understand why you would choose now of all times to do this show during the 5-star or around, 5-star season, G1 season. You automatically know that makes a lot of people, if not unavailable, then very difficult to get on your show. And very difficult to get on your show consistently enough to book, a big match.
You know why? The thing is, it's the bank holiday. And they wanted the O2. I think that's really what it came down to.
I understand that. Then
but we're seeing the sacrifices that had to be made in return.
Then just change the name and do All Out at the O2 and fucking Forbidden Door in 2 weeks after.
Well, the thing is, they wanted it had to be coincide with the Tanahashi retirement tour too. For his final UK match.
I understand that too.
No, here's the thing. None of this makes sense, but
I'm like, had we sat down with people that are supposed to be our partners and both pulled out our calendars, we could have avoided this situation. That's all I'm saying. You telling me that you talked to these niggas and y'all people. You telling me that you talked to these people and that y'all all partners. Y'all
and also too.
Who threw this date out?
I think also too, maybe everybody feels like they don't have to go so crazy on the dream matches this year for Forbidden Door because they had Wrestle Dynasty this year, which is fair, but in Japan, but good God.
Let's see if I can't head out. Not even a little. Like, come on.
Yeah, brother. We something got to shake between like this week and next week because it's already August 6th. Like we got something has to change.
And literally every match except one is people that work here.
And also too, they doing a Hangman MJF face to face. Y'all, I do not want Hangman versus MJF at Forbidden Door. Like I do not want Hangman versus MJF.
Why would you do?
Please do it out.
That's not what Forbidden Door is for. Please
do that match all out. Please, it's literally 2 weeks later. You can wait. And also, I just don't think that they should do 2 cash-in, quote-unquote, matches on the same show. Like, leave it. Because you know somebody's going to lose. Like, either MJF or Athena or Athena are going to lose. So, like, let's leave it a little bit more, unpredictable. But, yeah, guys, that was Dynamite. Thanks for tuning in. This actually, I think we got everything.
I think so too.
Yeah. And before midnight for once. So yay. But we'll probably sit here yapping for a bit afterwards.
Oh,
But
we
thank
will.
you all for joining us for the Dynamite Diaries. I have an interesting interview that's coming out later this week. I need to, I've already done it. I just need to write it up.
Ooh.
I'll tell
Who
you
is
after.
it?
I'll tell you after.
Oh,
Yeah.
lame.
Anyway, and some fun stuff is coming from me, hopefully. So we'll just fingers
Yay,
crossed.
lyric.
Fingers crossed. Anything you want to plug?
I also have a fun interview later this week. It will be fun.
Hashtag accountability.
Hashtag accountant. It will be fun. So check Black Girl Wrestling YouTube this week and next. We're on the up and up, babes.
But alrighty, folks. Well, Chloe, y'all can just text us.
Yeah, we'll tell you.
Yeah, y'all can text us. But anyway, thanks so much for joining us this week. We will see you back next week, and make sure that you support us on our social media, our individual channels. In the meantime,
Please.
see you soon. Bye.